Cation Army, a very warm welcome to your today's chemistry session, and today we are here to start a fresh new chapter of your class 9th chemistry. And what is that? Is matter around us pure? Now there's a question mark. Is it? I don't know. We need to attend the session in order to know our answer. Okay, so make sure you attend the entire session. We will be talking about classification of matter. Fine, so this is the very first session. So if you start the session, the chapter right from the first class, you will be understanding everything. Fine, so make sure that you listen to it very carefully and have a pen and paper handy with you. That is a good habit. Okay, so if in case you are new on the channel, then you know you are supposed to subscribe to it so that you do not miss on any of the video, academic as well as non-academic, that we are having for you. Fine, and also hit the like button of the video, and let's get started with me, Shilpi Kaushik, your chemistry master teacher, and type hashtag Cation Army in the chat. So I always say that you guys are my little cations. Now what are cations? They are positively charged ions. So no matter what is the situation, you always have to stay optimistic in life. Yes, you have to always see the good in every bad situation. So be like a cation. Okay, and you guys can follow me on Instagram. I am cation is my ID. I guess everything is sorted. Let's start with a good positive note. There's a beautiful message that says be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can be only forgiven, not forgotten. Yes, so this is a situation where, you know, sometimes people don't think when they are in anger, and we just say anything out, but we regret later also. But you know, it's difficult. It's not easy to control anger, and especially to control those bundle of words that we choose when we are in anger, and majorly they can hurt someone else. So practice meditation. I would say this is very good way of controlling yourself. Okay, or rather having a just you can give a thought to your, you know, any negative words that come to your mind or anything, because once we are sending these words, then there is no going back, isn't it? We can't take our words back. So always be careful and try to spread cationic vibes, try to spread the positivity about other people, say good things about people so that they can feel better also, isn't it? Let's get started. Is matter around us pure? So in the class, we would be discussing about the basic classification of matter, what are pure substances, and then what are the pure substances division में elements we would be discussing in detail. Fine, I guess you all are sorted and completely aligned. We are on the same page now, and we are starting with very first thing. Take a look around you. What do you observe? You can see various things. There is a fan, there is a pen, a laptop, a notebook, there's a glass of water, isn't it? And there's a plastic bottle and water filled inside it. There are so many things present around you. The food that you are eating, sugar is there, salt is there. So all the matter present around you. How do we define this matter? What is matter? Matter is anything that occupies some space, has some mass, and its presence we can feel with any of our 5 sense organs. So all these stuff present around us, and in the last chapter we have already discussed about the physical classification of matter, isn't it? So we know that there's so many things around us. They can physically be divided into solids, liquids, and the gases. Apart from this, we have plasma and BEC as well. But now in the chapter, we are concerned about the chemical classification of matter. What is it, beta? This is the chemical classification. Like if I have a pen in my hand, this pen is solid. This is the physical classification. But now I want to know, is it a pure substance or it's a mixture? What exactly, what kind of particles are present inside this pen? That is going to be its chemical classification, whether it is pure or it is a mixture, right? So matter is chemically classified into pure substances and mixtures. So the title of the chapter is Matter Around Us Pure. Now you can say it might be or it might not be. So we don't have all the things around us pure, not all the things are impure. So yeah, some things, majority of the things are mixtures around us, but we have a lot of pure substances as well in the nature. Okay, so we will be discussing that. One more thing, when I say pure, so if you see the meaning of pure in your general life, so pure substance is some substance which is free from adulteration, isn't it? That is free from adulteration. It doesn't have any, you can say, milawat into it. If you see a packet of milk, they write 100% milk. So milk, that means they are trying to say it doesn't have any adulteration in that. But if you ask from chemistry, purity has a different definition. Okay, so in chemistry, the matter is classified as a pure matter when it is made up of single type of particles. Okay, so when do you call a substance as pure? When it is made up of single kind of particles, or you can say type of particles. All the particles are same. For example, if you take a glass of water, okay, so in the glass of water, you will see every molecule is a water molecule. So all the particles are of one kind, isn't it? They all are the same kind of particles. That is a pure substance. But if you take a mixture of salt and water, okay, there is NaCl, this particle, there is water particle, again there is water, NaCl as well. So in this salt plus water, I can see there are different kind of particles present. So mixtures mein we have different kind of particles present in any ratio. The ratio is also not fixed, that in what ratio they would be present. So there is no fixed ratio of NaCl to water ka particles. So pure substances in chemistry are made up of single type of particles. Mixtures have different kind of particles combined in any random ratio. Then there is further classification we will discuss as we proceed with the chapter. So as I was saying, pure substances, the definition says they are made up of only one type of constituent particles. Yes, for example, if you see a gold metal, then gold metal ke andar all the particles will be of gold particle. Every particle will be a gold particle. And the same kind of atoms are there. You can see this, and Au is the symbol of gold because its Latin name is aurum. Right? Then we have copper wire. So copper wire, if you see, all the atoms are same. Copper, 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 everywhere copper. So single type of particles, pure. Sugar, if you see a ball of sugar, then every particle is a sugar particle, isn't it? So that is again having the same kind of particles. If you see salt, salt maybe all the particles are of same kind. NaCl, NaCl, NaCl. Now you might ask me a question, ma'am, salt may we have Na and Cl. So how is it pure? So there are different kind of elements, but they are combined in the fixed proportion. So if you see the composition of salt, it will always stay NaCl. It is never going to change. Okay, so it's like sodium and chloride combined in a particular ratio. You can say the same happens if you see sugar. Sugar ke andar bhi we have C12H22O11. Okay, so carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, different atoms are combined in a fixed mass ratio. They are chemically present together in such a way that they exist as a single particle. Okay, this is one sugar particle here. Similarly, all the particles would be there of the same type. If you see a hydrogen gas cylinder, it is having all the molecules of hydrogen, H2, 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 all H2. So single type of particles, pure. Similarly, diamond is all made up of carbon atoms. Okay, so you can say yes ma'am. And pure substances cannot be separated by the physical methods. Very true. Let's say you are having water. Water is a pure substance. So from water, if you want to take out hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, is it that easy? Can we take out oxygen gas from water at our home? Had it been so easy, then we wouldn't be having the deficiency of oxygen, isn't it? So we actually need electricity presence over here. Okay, so we need to do a chemical method. We can't physically separate them out. Then even pure substances are further divided into two types. Okay, pure is divided into elements and compounds. What? Elements and compounds. Now elements are made up of same type of atoms. Same type of atoms. जैसे मैम ने बताया, you are having a copper metal. You have carbon, you have sodium element. So let's say I am taking carbon element. So all the atoms are of carbon. So all the same kind of atoms are present inside it. Okay, or let's say I am saying hydrogen molecule. So hydrogen, maybe you can say same kind of atoms are combined. There is phosphorus, there is sulfur. They all are in the element. They will count as molecules of elements. ठीक है, जो लास्ट में लिखा है, these are molecule of elements. Molecule is made by combination of atoms. So when same kind of atoms are combined, it's the molecule of an element. Then we have compounds. Compounds are made up of same type of molecules. Molecule is the combination of atom. Or another definition you can say, in the compounds, different type of elements are there. Different type of elements are chemically combined in a fixed ratio. Okay, different kind of elements are chemically combined in a fixed proportion by mass. So I'm just writing here in a fixed proportion. So ma'am has written the definition entirely. You can note it down. Different kind of elements are chemically combined in a fixed proportion by mass. For example, if you see water, water will always have 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen chemically combined together in a fixed mass ratio. What is that mass ratio? वो भी हम आगे जाके करेंगे in the chapter. Like 1 hydrogen atom has a mass of 1, 2 hydrogen will have a mass of 2, and 1 oxygen has a mass of 16. So hydrogen to oxygen ratio will be 1:8. We have to take a simple ratio, so it's the common one. So it means hydrogen and oxygen will always combine in this fixed mass ratio to form a water molecule. That is why compounds are also pure substances. Different elements होते हैं, but they are combined in a fixed proportion by mass. So then you have sugars, then you have HCl, you are having carbon dioxide, ammonia, they all will fall into the compounds. Okay, then we have mixtures. Mixtures आते ही सबसे पहले pizza is shown on the screen. So mixtures में you will have different pure substances combined in any random ratio. So there is no fixed ratio. And the beauty of mixtures is that they can be separated easily by the physical methods. Like let's say you are supposed to separate sand in water. Sand from water you have to separate. You don't need any chemical method for that. आप simple filtration कर दो. You take a funnel, you keep a filter paper over it, है ना, and pass your mixture. Sand will be collected on the filter paper and water will come out here as a filtrate. So we don't need any separate, special kind of chemical method always. What do you think? Milk is a mixture or a pure substance? Definitely milk is a mixture. Okay, milk is a mixture, and you can see fats, proteins, and all the lipids, they are dissolved in water. So fats, sugars, etc. dissolved in water in any uneven ratio. Okay, then I told you about elements, purest form of matter, which is made up of only one kind of constituent particles. Because we have so many elements till this date, we have like around 118 elements known to us. So for the easy study, we have classified them based on certain physical properties. We have metals, non-metals and metalloids. है ना, metals को देखोगे, the metals are generally found in the solid state. Not always. You have mercury. Mercury is the only liquid metal. Okay, because they are solid, so they are generally hard in nature. Not always. Again, you will see sodium, potassium, lithium are some of the soft metals. So exceptions are always there. Okay, metals are generally malleable in nature. Malleability is the tendency by which a metal can be divided into thin sheets. है ना, you can beat it into the thin sheets. ऐसे याद रखना, MS धोनी से MS ले लेना, है ना, MS धोनी का we will take MS only, और MS office. Malleability S for sheet. Sometimes we forget it, so you can remember. Okay, easy. ठीक है, and for your information, let me tell you, gold is the most malleable element. So just 1 gram of gold can be stretched to a very long distance if you divide it into thin sheets. Okay, and then we are having the property of metals by which they can be drawn into wires, and that is nothing but ductility. Okay, that can be taken to long wires, like you would have seen ropeways. Ropeways में what property they are using? That is nothing but ductility. Then you are having your transmission wires, जहाँ पे metals are converted to the thin wires. That is malleability. Again, gold and platinum are very ductile elements, and mercury, being a liquid, cannot be converted to wires, isn't it? Even if you take zinc is a metal, but you can't convert it to wires. It is brittle in nature. It will break down, okay, if you apply force on that. Then metals generally produce a ringing sound, so they are sonorous in nature. Okay, so you would have seen then when you go to temple bells are made up of metals. Why? Because they are sonorous. And non-metals की opposite property है. If you will see, non-metals are not malleable, they are not ductile, they are not sonorous in nature. Metals are good conductor of electricity and heat also. Why? Because metals are having free electrons in them. Okay, and they will help to conduct the electricity and heat as well. Okay, so you know that cooking utensils are made up of metals. Cooking utensils किससे बनते हैं? Metal से. Why? Because metals are good conductor of heat. Then electrical wires are made up of copper usually. Why? Again, good conductor of heat, है ना? We have an electricity. Sorry, we have an exception of graphite. Graphite is a non-metal. It is made up of carbon. Yet graphite is a good conductor of electricity. है ना? We use graphite for making rods in electrolysis. It is good conductor of electricity. ठीक है? And if someone asks you, name the metal which is best conductor of heat, so remember silver is best conductor of heat. ठीक है? Best conductor होता है heat का. So you have to keep this thing in mind. Non-metals would be like, we are poor everywhere except for the exceptions. So I would advise you make a chart of exceptions and लिख लो एक जगह पर, ठीक है? Then we have metalloids. They have properties intermediate of metals and non-metals. If I show a Venn diagram, this circle represents metals, this circle represents non-metals. उसके बाद बीच में we have this metalloids. Some property resemble metals, some resemble non-metals. At least remember 4 metalloids. We have boron, silicon, germanium and arsenic. ठीक है? You can see them in a zigzag position in the periodic table. देख सकते हो? है ना यहाँ पे? Zigzag diagonal position में. So these are metalloids. Like if you see silicon is widely used in solar panels because it is a metalloid. It shows properties resembling metals as well as non-metals. Okay, and listen to ma'am very carefully. If you are still attending the session, then there is a quiz given in the description box for you. Okay, play that week quiz and enjoy. One more thing Shilpi ma'am wants to tell all of you, and that is about Vedantu's 1 year pro classes for 9th standard. Okay, so why should you join it? Because 9th class is a very important class, है ना? You guys would be moving to 10th next year, so your basics should be very much clear. Okay, and you should not compromise with the topic, and it's not that you can't do everything yourself. You can still do things and you can get good marks, but you know this time there is a reduction in syllabus also, है ना? So you guys have to be like you have to cover those topics, because otherwise class 10th में your basics would be disturbed a lot. And 10th में, you know, you have to do chapters like carbon and its compounds, you have to do metallurgy, metals, non-metals, so you are having again a part of that you cover here also, isn't it? So we have chemical reactions and equations you won't be able to do if you don't understand atoms, molecules clearly. So this is one thing ma'am is talking about. Okay, so apart from that, you need to know your competition also, how I am performing among all the students. So Vedantu offers you everything from the scratch. What you have to do, open the video that ma'am is taking right now, go in the description box. Okay, वहां पर you will see this AI live CBSE 23. ठीक है? So this is for class 9th, that is shown here 2023 के लिए. The batch is starting from 13th of June. You guys still have some time. Okay, and what subjects are we covering in the subscription? We have social studies, physics, English, chemistry, biology, aptitude and maths. So it's like we have covered 6 subjects, and the price of 1 year is 9,000 rupees. But because you are attending Shilpi ma'am's session, you are still here. So ma'am would be giving you a coupon code, and that you can see over here. What is that? SKA Pro. Yeah. So remember the code Shilpi Kaushik Army Pro. If you apply this, you will get 900 extra discount. Okay, and you can give me 50% of it. I don't mind it. You have to pay 8,100 rupees for entire 1 year. So it's again 1 year fees. There is the inclusion of the, you can see master teacher will be taking the classes, and so for the entire year you will be having class teachers in the live session who would be taking your live class doubts. Okay, then there would be live in class quizzes and leaderboards also. We would be covering subjective questions too. Assignments would be given to you after every class. Session notes would be given. Study material would be given. You don't have to like purchase any other extra material, any reference book, no confusion. There would be midterm session revisions planned. There would be crash course sessions free of cost once you take the subscription. There would be end term revision sessions also. So all of that plus all India test series, you are competing with all the students. And socho, this is for 1 year. Okay, if you go with a normal live pro light or pro classic for 1 year, वो काफी expensive है. You can see it's like 40,000, 30,000. But if you check the AI live, the price is 8,100 for 1 year with Shilpi ma'am's coupon code, and that is completely worth it. Do not miss it, because you know there is a lot of time difference between the two batches. So if you miss 13 June wala batch, you will have to wait for quite a long time to get enrollment into the next batch. So make sure aap usko le le, grab it, and it's very affordable. Okay, so I have a homework question for you. You have to tell me that blood is a pure substance or mixture. Let ma'am know in the comment section. Okay, Shilpi ma'am will see you next time. Thank you so much for attending the session. Bye bye.